while everyone was sucking each other off in the desert, I was in the coolest place in America, actually. A little town called Brookfield, Wisconsin.
Oh.
That is an hour outside of Milwaukee.
See, that's why you are the best.
Yeah, catfishing people by way of comedy venues. You know, I'm like, hey, I'm coming to Chicago. And then I find out on the day, oh, actually, I'm in a strip mall 45 minutes outside of Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah.
And everyone's pissed?
They're not pissed, but they're like, I drove for this. But in the Midwest, I'm like, you drive for everything. So
yeah, we do too, though.
We do, yeah. But in the Midwest, it's like 5 hours, you know. Like, I drove 3 hours for this. It's like, there wasn't shit else going on.
I drove 3 hours this morning for this.
That is true, yeah. Yeah.
And I'm driving right back after. How much does that suck?
I know, we got to figure out
things I do for this fucking podcast. That's why I'm the best influencer.
It is true, yeah. You do sacrifice a lot. You sacrifice a lot to come talk for 2 hours.
Exactly.
It's unreal the struggle people don't see that you go through, man.
Mm-hmm. That's true. I'm glad that you said that, dude. It makes me feel good.
Cody made the sweet semen joke for you guys so he could be slightly humiliated in front of Jack Harlow so he could talk about it on his podcast, which you all did not notice or think about while he was watching Coachella.
Preach. That stinky ass fart that I did.
That was a gift.
I did that for you.
Alexis, you should be thankful that Cody would be so kind as to bust ass.
Yeah. I Trojan horsed it into a party with fucking Leo, famous baseball player.
The Weeknd, famous indoor soccer player.
Famous span of days.
Yeah, famous span of days.
That happened after the week.
Yeah. The Weeknd, everyone's favorite time.
I had no place at that fucking party. No business being there.
Speaking of things that you shouldn't be a part of, I'm not going to say the location, but I went to a place that you could comfortably reason was a front, thinking there was late night food.
Okay.
It came up on Google. We go there, and it just seems like, you know, like a Latino bar. You know, there's a couple slot machines in there. There's 2 pool tables. A lot of young dudes hanging out in there, specifically like young, early 20s guys. And then there was us. It was me, Tom, Alina, and Zayed, my opener. And we walk in, and we're like, man, this is an interesting vibe. Wouldn't expect this out here in fucking Wisconsin. And we go up to the bar, lady serving alcohol, and Tom walks up and he's like, yeah, we're looking to get some food. And she kind of makes a gesture and she goes, 1 second. Then this like 6'3" dude walks out, comes up to us, and he's a little buzzed, and he goes, what are you looking for? And we didn't pick up on that.
Okay.
What are you looking for? I'm like, we're just looking for some food. And he goes, what kind of food? And Tom,
whatever you make here?
Yeah. Tom's like, just, you know. And Tom is answering like, you know, like literally. He's not getting it. He's like, I don't know, tacos, burritos, whatever you got. And the dude's like, oh yeah, kitchen's closed. And then we're like, okay, so something's not right. So Zayed,
and there's people inside the thing.
Yeah.
Eating, or what are they doing?
They're just talking. All right. There's a couple guys
young
drinking,
dudes talking,
and just a couple of them drinking, but not really. Okay. And this is the weirdest thing. When we pulled up, there's a dude sitting on the corner of the bar. He turned his back to us, looked at us, he smiled, he got up, and he gave us his chair. It was just like a couple gestures that didn't seem right. So whatever. So Zayed, he kind of just like instinctively, he's like, yeah, you know, we'll get 4 drinks. He like gets 2 shots. He like slams them real quick, grabs a Modelo, pounds it. We're all kind of like, we should get the fuck out of here. So we dip and we go outside. There's a dude, he's like taking a piss by the dumpster, and Buddy had a stream on him. That's not really relevant to the story. That kid was pissing like a fire hose.
Good.
It was
okay.
Crazy.
Nice.
So there's like a Cadillac that's on and it's idled. And I think it's his, because he was taking a piss like some feet away from it. And there's a 36 pack of Corona just sitting by the back wheel of the car. Then the guy who asked us what we were looking for food comes out of the back of the place. He like makes eye contact, and I think he like either like he whistled or he did like some subtle gesture, and then he goes inside. And then some dude comes from the front of the bar, grabs the box, and then walks the box into a house like adjacent from the bar. It was just like, you know, and then like we saw that whole interaction, and then Tom was like, oh, they definitely wanted us to buy drugs. And then we started processing like all his words. Like, what are you looking for? If you serve food and you walk in, you're like, hey guys, what's going on? Sorry, kitchen's closed. It's just drinks right now. Wouldn't you say that? Like if you're a restaurant?
Yeah.
But then we started realizing after he asked us what we were looking for, we told him like food. He stood there just watching us. Like while Zayed ordered the drinks and we were talking amongst each other, he didn't walk away. He was just beaming at us.
to make sure you weren't cops.
I don't know what. I'm not saying what, but it's really weird to ask 4 patrons, what are you looking for? And then just stare at them while they drink.
But I don't understand, if it was a drug front, then why would there be other people in there drinking and stay? Like, if you're going there to buy drugs, don't you just buy the drugs and leave?
I don't think those guys were patrons, dude.
They were the guys that were selling drugs.
think they go there. Cause so then Zai's family came in the next day. We were kind of like laughing. We're like, dude, I don't know. Like, we went there. We think it might have been a front. Like, we're not sure. And then we were going to eat. Oh, cause then that's what happened. After like a point in the conversation where we kept saying like, no, we want food. The lady who's like serving drinks, she like tapped the big guy and she like says something in Spanish and they start laughing. And then the big guy in Spanish was like, you want food? You go here. And he like told us where to go. And it hit me after. I'm like, oh, they probably processed to each other, oh, they actually want food. And like they're laughing about it. So we walk out and Zahid's like just trying to act normal. So there's 2 guys out there smoking and he looks at one of the dudes and he's like, yo, man, you got a cigarette I could bum? And the dude is smoking a cigarette and he's just like, says fucking nothing.
Okay.
Just looks at him. It's just like, and then like immediately you caught that dude's vibe, was like, just don't talk to him. We drove by the next day. That same guy was on the porch smoking cigarettes. Like, his demeanor was not like, I come and drink here. It's like, nah, I hang here.
Yeah.
And so the whole thing just felt like, I can't say for sure what they were doing, but the phrase, what are you looking for, is a very weird first question for a place that is marked as serving food.
Yeah.
Then we started looking at the Google reviews and we started laughing because they were all like really vague. They're like, great steak.
And everyone is different, like different type of food. Great quesadillas.
No, dude, I think there's one that says great sandwiches.
Fantastic meatloaf.
Yeah. Cool lasagna.
Had a great kielbasa sausage here. Like, what the fuck does this place serve? What genre is this?
I'm going to show you the name of this place. Don't say this shit out loud.
We can bleep it. Just
Please bleep that shit out.
Bleep that. So you couldn't have ordered any of this shit?
No. That's the crazy part.
That's funny because like I can't really say this without like referencing what it's called, but it's pretty clear what type of food they serve. So for you to go in and say like, hey, can I get some food? And he's like, what do you want? And it's like, well,
exactly
the one kind.
The thing that you serve.
The thing that you're supposed to make. Absolutely delicious food and wonderful service. Best quality steak.
Yeah, like all these reviews are so funny. It was like a movie. Like there was a record scratch when we walked in. Every dude at the bar was like,
yeah, that's me. You're probably wondering how I
ended up here. Yeah, 10 minutes later, my face is in a brick. Just fucking.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Brookfield is an interesting place.